I have not had the capacity to get on camera, to film, to edit, and to give what I normally am able to give for this channel. I've really been in this like place of questioning my worth, questioning if I deserve love, questioning if I deserve a career, questioning if I deserve to move out and be out on my own. Like, because it's really starting to feel personal. It's starting to feel like the things that I really want for myself I don't deserve. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back on the video, and it has been a minute since I have been on camera, since I've been on this channel, and I really wanted to come in here and talk about why. And so this is going to be more of a personal sit down chat video. There's not really going to be any TikTok shown in this video or any outside perspectives. It's just going to be me talking. So I don't anticipate that a whole lot of people are going to watch this video, but for the ones that have been, just amazing in supporting this channel, and to the ones that, are just always here and showing love and support, I really wanted to come on here and just kind of talk about what I've been going through recently and why I haven't been as active on the channel as I normally am. So the biggest change in my life that has contributed to me having to fall back from the channel is my new job. I've talked about how, I got a new job, and a lot of things has changed from when I first started with this company till now. So I came in as an intern, and I'm technically still considered an intern, but the amount of work that I have had to do has heavily increased, and it no longer feels like I'm an intern anymore. And essentially I came in, right, and my initial role was just to kind of help out where I could, right? So help out with posting on social media, help out with designing graphics for social media, also helping out with writing blogs and things like that. And then next thing you know, more and more started being piled on to me, right? And I'm not gonna lie, in the very beginning things were kind of calm and chill, and I really had the hopes of being promoted into a full-time employee because since college and post-college I've only worked internships and fellowships and freelance part-time gigs. I've never had a full-time salaried role, right? And so that's still very much the goal for me, and I'm like, okay, like I really want to do well in this internship phase, and then eventually I can be promoted. And so in the beginning, things started kind of slow, and I think I was looking to do more just so I could kind of prove myself more. I guess I figured that the more that I do, the more value that I'm bringing to the company, and the more that they can see me as a full-time employee, right? And so next thing you know, more things start being added to my plate, which is taking up more and more of my time. But again, I'm thinking in my head like it's all going to be worth it because eventually I'm going to get promoted. I come to find out in like February, March that the likelihood of me being promoted is basically zero. I come to find out that there isn't a budget there to promote me. The money isn't really there for me to be promoted, and it is what it is. A lot of companies right now are struggling. People are laying off their employees left and right. And so, when I heard that, I was kind of like, I was disappointed because I'm like, I've been putting in a lot of work with this goal in mind. And I'm pretty much being told that no matter how much I do, I'm pretty much going to be staying in the same spot. And then not to mention too, that there was also a lot of pressure on me to live up to a certain expectation, right? And that was really stressing me out because I talked about this on the channel before, how I have people pleasing tendencies, and it's something that I'm actively working through. It's something that I'm actively trying to get out of, but it's still something that's very much a part of me. Like, I just like to make people happy. I like to please people. I like to meet other people's expectations. I don't like letting people down, whether it's work, whether it's friendships, and whether it's relationships. Like, I don't like to let people down. And so when people are like, hey, like I need this from you, or I need this out of you, my instinct is to just show up in the the way that they want me to. But then it becomes an issue when you're showing up for somebody in that way and then you're not getting it in return. And so for me, it's like, okay, I'm putting in all this work, I'm putting in all these hours, I'm trying to adjust and show up in the way that, you know, you're wanting me to, but ultimately it's for nothing, right? And so at that point, I kind of started to get mentally checked out. But you know, I'm still trying to, you know, do good work and do my job. And then fast forward to now, everyone's workload has become a lot, you know, at this job, because there's some things that have been happening behind the scenes, and essentially everyone's workload is just to the max, and I've just been really really just stressed out, and I haven't really had much of a work-life balance at all. I have literally found myself working weekends and working multiple 12-hour shifts, and it literally got to a point where even when I finally was able to get back to a normal schedule and I was able to kind of take a breather, then it was being asked of, you know, what am I doing with my time? Am I doing enough work? You know, are you, you know, doing enough? Like, it was like when I was able to get back to a normal, like 8-hour a day schedule, there was questions of if I was doing enough. And there was questions of whether or not more stuff should be added to my plate. And so basically my job has pretty much taken over a lot of just my day to day and even my weekends at this point. And I know that's not healthy, clearly, but also it's like in this job market and in this economy, you know, you get desperate and it's like, okay, well, I need money and I don't want to be let go, so let me just do whatever it is that this person needs me to do so I can continue to, you know, make money and have consistent income. But again, I'm still considered an intern, and so you can imagine how much I'm getting paid, which is very, very little. And that was something that was also frustrating me too. It's like I'm working all these hours, I mean literally all these jobs, all these internships that I've had, it's like I'm always being overworked and underpaid, and I'm not even, in my opinion, I feel like I'm not really being valued the way that I should be. And I just feel like the amount of work I'm putting in is not really getting me anywhere. And I feel like a lot of people have been feeling that way, where there's a lot of people out there that are working more than 40 hours a week, but people still can't afford bills, they can't afford to move out. And you know, that's been my biggest thing for the past couple of years. I talked about it, you know, time and time again on this particular channel about my frustrations with me still living at home, but I feel like there's literally nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm trying to, you know, pursue every opportunity that I can. Every opportunity that I've been presented, I say yes to, right? Because I'm not really in a position to say no. Like, I need the experience and I need the money, but also none of these opportunities, in my opinion, reflect my value and my worth. And you know, it's just getting really, really bad out here, especially again with this job market. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really in a position to leave right now either, because I need money. And so it's like I have to settle for with what I have, even though it's not much. And so that's been a big reason why, you know, I haven't really had much time for the channel. It's just me trying to get through work. And you can imagine, after working that many hours and working so much, that when I do have a little bit of free time to myself, I don't have the energy to turn on a camera and talk. Like, I don't have the energy to sit down and film a video. Like, I just don't have it in me. And so any little time that I have to myself, I spend it trying to relax. Even though I'm pretty stressed out about the next day, I try to decompress and take some time to myself. And so, you know, that has cut into a lot of that. Like, any little bit of time, when I say a little bit of time, I mean, I'm talking about I have maybe 1 to 2 hours a day to myself. Like, I get up, I've been getting up earlier than I normally do. Actually, I've been getting up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock to start work. I don't stop working until maybe 8 o'clock if I'm lucky, sometimes 9. Then the little bit of energy that I have left, I'll turn on my PlayStation, I'll play a game for about an hour or two, go to bed, repeat. That has literally been my life for the past couple of months. And you know, it's really been taking a toll on me, because it's like on one hand, it's like, okay, it's kind of a part of being an adult, where it's like you're working a lot, you're trying to save up your money, you're trying to, you know, grind, and you're not gonna have much time for yourself. And a lot of people, you know, a lot of their lives are consumed by work. But I feel like with most people, right, like they clock in at 9 and they clock out at 5 o'clock. Granted, they still might be tired after 5 o'clock, but at least you have, that time to yourself. But with me working all these long, exhausting hours, it's just like I don't have much time for myself. And so it's like you have that, right? And then I just also had stuff going on in my personal life that has also just taken a toll on me and has just taken up a lot of my emotional and mental energy. I've been through a lot the past couple of years, and I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. I've been through a lot these past couple of years, and I didn't realize until recently how much trauma has come from the past couple of years. And the trauma is starting to affect me heavily because, I've also been at home a lot. And, when I'm at home a lot, I start to think, I start to get in my head. And I've just been unpacking a lot from situations that I've gone through in the past couple of years. And, I'm starting to realize that I just have a lot to unpack and to heal from, and that's been weighing on me heavily on a day-to-day. Like it's just been a lot with me trying to forgive myself for certain things, trying to forgive people for what they put me through, trying to heal, trying to move forward, trying not to allow the things that happened to me to affect me in my mental state. I've just been in a space where I've just been really hurt, really frustrated, and feeling really insecure. And just questioning my worth, questioning my value in almost every single aspect of my life. Because again, I've been trying to, stay positive and just continue working towards the things that I want, but I can't help but to continuously get frustrated when I feel like I'm doing everything that I can and I'm doing my best, and my best isn't getting me anywhere or anything that I want. And it's played a role in me working and in my career, like me feeling like, okay, am I really not worth a full-time salaried role? Am I really just worth being an intern? Am I really just worth making under 20 an hour? Like, shoot, my last job, I wasn't even making minimum wage. I was making 12 an hour at my last job and was still being overworked. And I was constantly promised, and that's the other thing too, every single internship that I've had, I was promised a promotion and didn't get it, and it was due to a multitude of reasons, some valid, some not. And there's just been a lot of me just questioning my worth when it comes to my career. I honestly contemplated if I chose the wrong career. I'm like, should I have just not gone into marketing? Because I didn't realize it was this bad. Like, I did not realize that trying to enter the marketing field was going to be this bad. And I've gotten really frustrated too when talking to some people that aren't in the field, because everyone's just like, yeah, marketing's super saturated, like, it's just really hard to get into. And I'm just like, why didn't anybody tell me this when I was in college trying to decide what major I was going for? Everybody and their mama was telling me to go into marketing because that's my thing and that's what I'm good at, and it'll all work out. But now fast forward to now where I'm having a hard time finding opportunities, and people were like, oh yeah, I could have told you that, like, marketing is not a good field to get into. I'm like, well, a little too late. I already have the degree, I already have the 50K plus in student loans that I have to pay. Like, it's a little too late for that advice now. And I've seen so many people, both entry level, mid level, and even senior level people in the marketing industry having a really hard time getting opportunities and being valued. Like, marketing in itself just isn't valued anymore. People nowadays, they're throwing marketing duties at their office assistant. Like, the value behind marketing just isn't there anymore, which is crazy to me because I feel like marketing is one of the most valuable industry and careers to have. Like, every single business needs marketing, and that's why I was under the assumption that there was going to be job security in this market for marketing, because I'm like, every single business needs marketing. I don't care if you're a dentist, I don't care if you're an agency, I don't care if you're a animal shelter. Every single type type of business needs marketing, right? And so I thought because of that, the availability of jobs and opportunities would be there, but they just aren't. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, because I've seen it talked about on TikTok and LinkedIn. Every time I log on to LinkedIn and I go on the homepage and I see what people are talking about, I see a bunch of other people in the marketing space, the digital marketing space to be specific, and we're all saying the same thing, that digital marketing just isn't valued anymore. And it just has me really frustrated, because I'm just like, I feel like I've said it time and time again that I felt like my degree was a waste. Like I feel like marketing just has not gotten me to where I want to be, even though I do genuinely love it. Like I love marketing. I love, the social media aspect of it. I like looking into analytics and seeing, what's working and what's not working, and being able to figure out the algorithm. Like that's fun to me. But the fun has been taken out because of just, again, the low pay, the high pressure, and not being valued properly. And it really had me considering, should I go back to school? Should I pursue another industry? Like it really has me considering if I made the wrong decision. And going back to the initial thing of me feeling like I'm not valued, or I'm not worth certain things, also when it comes to relationships, I've talked about that too, about how, because of certain things that have happened, I've really had to sit there and question why certain things happen to me, and really questioning, if this desire that I have for companionship, if it's something that I should just try my best to let go, because maybe it's just something that's not for me, if it's something that I just should not have. I've really been in this like place of questioning my worth, questioning if I deserve love, questioning if I deserve a career, questioning if I deserve to move out and be out on my own. Like, because it's really starting to feel personal. It's really starting to feel personal. It's starting to feel like the things that I really, really want for myself, I don't deserve. And the reason why I'm not getting these things is because I don't deserve it, or I'm not worth these things. And in what happened to me last year, it still hurts me to this day. I'm not gonna lie, it's something that I've been blaming myself a lot for. There's a lot that I've just been feeling like, why did certain things happen? Why did I allow certain things to happen? Why did I deserve certain things to happen to me? There's just been a lot that I've just been internalizing, and I know deep down that I shouldn't, and I know deep down that I shouldn't blame myself for anything that someone put me through, or for anybody like that hurt me. Like I know that I shouldn't blame myself for that, but I kind of do. And there's a part of me that has really wondered, especially in me sitting back, and again, I know I shouldn't compare myself to other people, so please, I get it, you don't have to comment it in the comment section. Like I'm literally saying it for you. I know I should not compare myself to other people, but with me being 24, and in me looking at where my peers are at in their lives, I'm seeing so many people just in happy, healthy relationships. Not everybody under the sun, of course, but it's damn near 90% of the people that I know, people that I talk to, even acquaintances. Like pretty much everybody has gotten to a place where like it seems like they found their person. And then there's me where I'm wondering why I can't have that, considering how seriously I take partnership and how badly like I want it. Again, not desperate. I'm not desperate for it, but it's something that I really want really bad, and it just feels like it got taken from me when I feel like I didn't deserve that. And it feels like everybody else gets to experience it, and I have to sit back and watch everybody else be in love and be happy and start planning futures, while I'm here wondering if that's even in the cards for me, and if it's something that I even deserve. That's literally been something that I've even talked to with other people about. Like there has been conversations around, okay, well maybe you don't have somebody right now because it's not time, or because because there's, certain things that you need to figure out before this happens. And it's like, I get it, but it's frustrating and it's hurtful. So yeah, it's been a lot mentally, emotionally, shoot, even physically. Like, I mean, my health hasn't been like in complete shambles, but I've had a few health things here and there that have required me to kind of take a step back and focus on my diet and things like that. So it's been a lot. And so right now I'm just kind of in this weird mental space, and in me talking to people about some of the things that I'm going through and how I'm feeling, it's giving that I'm probably depressed again. And I've talked about too how I do have a depression disorder that I was diagnosed with. And so for me, like, when I get into low spaces, they last for a really long time. It's not just I'm depressed for 2 weeks and then I'm okay. It's usually something that will last months at a time, which is really, really, really annoying and frustrating. Because I wish that I could get out of those low spaces quicker. I hate that when I do get to a low place, it takes me so long to get out of. And so that's kind of where I've been with it, to be honest. I've just been in this depression for the past couple of months, and I have to keep, pushing myself and trying to find ways to just, keep myself distracted and keep myself busy and just try to work through it until it's over. And I wish I could give a timeline on when I'll be able to get out of this mental funk that I'm in, but it's just one of those things where I just have to take it day by day and just hope that one day I feel better. And that's the other part too. It's like, I've had days where I felt okay, but I can count on my hand in the past couple of months how many days like I actually felt happy and I felt good and I felt like I was like truly in good spirits and I wasn't sad or upset about anything. I could count on my hand within the past couple of months how many days I've had like that, which is really frustrating, because like when I have those moments, I want to hang on to them and I want them to last longer. But if I'm being honest with myself and with you guys, I've had more low days than happy days, and that's usually a sign that something is off. And another sign that something could be going on is, if certain things that used to make you happy and that you used to enjoy, that you no longer enjoy, you no longer have the energy doing. That's also something that I've struggled with. That's another reason why it's been harder for me to get on camera and to make videos. I just have not had the energy or the motivation or the drive to get on camera. And again, it's not because I don't want to do YouTube anymore. I'm not quitting YouTube. It's not something that I want to stop doing. But that excitement and that feeling of, oh my God, like I really want to talk about this. I need to hop on camera. I need to, like, I have not had that feeling in a really long time. Even that Quiet on Set documentary, it took a lot for me to film that video. But I noticed that I hadn't been posting consistently, and I didn't want my channel to die, because that's every YouTuber's biggest fear, is that when you take a break, that your channel dies, that the algorithm doesn't pick up your videos anymore. And so I'm like, okay, I need to push myself to talk about this because it's relevant. People are talking about it. I do have thoughts and opinions on it, so let me muster up the courage to get on this camera and talk about it. But I literally just have not had that feeling of I want to hop on camera and talk. And this is usually my outlet. This is usually what helps me to get through some of my rough times. But again, just between everything that I've had going on mentally, on top of the lack of time that I've had for myself, I've had very little to give for this channel, which sucks. And I'm hoping that, circumstances change soon. And I hope that maybe I'll get a better opportunity, or maybe things will change, soon, that will allow for me to have more energy, more time for myself. So then that way I have the space to give. So that way I have, the energy, and so then that way I have the energy to give to my hobbies and things like that. Because I still play games here and there, but even then it's just, I don't know, like everything that I once did to make myself feel better, or to decompress, or to just bring me some type of joy, nothing is really making me happy or bringing me joy anymore. Nothing that was once a sense of comfort for me is comforting me anymore. And so that's usually a sign that something is off. And so before anyone mentions like, oh, you should go to therapy, I do have a therapist, but even with that, I haven't really been going to therapy as much as I probably should have been, because just lack of time. Again, if I have 1 or 2 hours in the day to myself, I kind of just spend it relaxing, eating, maybe getting a quick nap in. I haven't really had the time or the energy for therapy either, but I know it's something that I need to incorporate more. It's also something too that happens a lot. Like whenever I do have these long depressive episodes, it tends to happen around this time of the year, because for one, I think it's partly that I either spend the end of the previous year or the top of the new year thinking about where I am in life, thinking about, okay, I'm about to turn this age, what have I done up until this point, what do I still want to accomplish before I turn my next age. I start really reflecting a lot about the past year and how that went and how I want to move forward. I'm in my head a lot. I'm in my head a lot. I do a lot of self-reflection, and I'm always thinking about like, okay, what have I done? What haven't I done? And sometimes I start to harbor on the things that I have not done and I haven't accomplished, because again, I'm just in a really weird space where I'm kind of looking around. I'm seeing everyone around me kind of just progress and flourish and move forward. And it just feels like I'm very stagnant. And it feels like everything that I'm doing to progress and move forward and to, be better just isn't working. And for me too, it's like I feel like I'm doing more. I've again, like with this channel and the channel doing its thing, and me having my clothing line, and now me starting another business, which I'll announce at some point. And again, me trying to pursue any career opportunities that are brought my way, me meeting and networking with people, me getting out of the house more, me going on trips more. Like I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, and it just feels like it's not really getting me anywhere. And I've just been very, very, very frustrated, and it's just like I don't know what to do. But that's part of it, right? Like that's around this time of the year, that's when I start kind of reflecting on both the past year, but then also this year and what have I done so far. But then also for some reason, the first quarter of the year always hits me hard. Something bad always happens at the beginning of the year. And I know there's going to be some manifestation people that are going to be like, oh, well, because you said it out loud, that means it's going to happen. Keep your comments. Keep your comments, okay? I have gone into every single year with a positive mindset of like, okay, this is going to be my year. This is going to be different. This is going to be better. But then something always happens outside of my control that contributes to my mental health declining. And, this year was no different. My dog had very severe health issues at the top of the year, which took a lot, took a mental toll on me, and even a physical toll because of me having to care for him. A lot of hours was spent, just making sure that he was okay and, making sure he was good. And then again, the stress of my job, first quarter at my job definitely, took a toll on me. And again, just everything else that I've had going on. It has just been a lot. And I could name several other things that have happened in the past couple of years that happened within the first quarter of the year that just completely took me out and affected my mental health from then forward. And it literally took me up until the end of the year to kind of get back to feeling okay and feeling normal again. And I don't want to have that same thing happen again, but it's like it's April. I feel like I've kind of been in this weird mental space since January, and honestly it's almost May at this point because it's literally April 20th, so it's about to be May, and I'm just like I'm still feeling off. And so I don't really know what to do, but obviously I'm gonna start talking to my therapist more and seeing if that helps. I'm gonna try to push myself to do YouTube more because again, it is an outlet for me, and I feel like if I were to push myself to film more, then maybe I'll start to get that that bug again to be like, okay, I gotta film, and okay, I want to talk about X, Y, and Z, because again, I just haven't really been feeling that way. And I'm hoping that I can just find a better work-life balance for myself, so I just have more time to pour into me and to properly take care of myself. That's another thing too. I feel like I haven't really been properly taking care of myself the way that I should, which also puts into some of the health issues that I had, because I tend to turn to food when I don't feel good. I feel like everyone has like their vice that they turn to when life is just lifing, whether it be alcohol, drugs, going to parties all the time. Like people have their thing, their unhealthy thing that they go to, and for me it's just food. It's eating food that tastes good and that make me feel better in the moment, but may not be the best for my body. And so I'm trying to course correct that currently. And again, just dealing with insecurities, dealing with regrets, anger, frustration, and just a whole lot of insecurities. I've just been, and it's frustrating because I've spent so much time trying to build my self-esteem, and now I feel like I'm back to zero, with me just feeling worthless and not valued. And again, it doesn't help that I also feel that way in my career, but now I also feel that way when it comes to love and when it comes to dating. Like, I don't feel like people value me, and I'm starting to feel like I just don't bring value. I'm starting to feel like it's just me. I feel like there's something wrong with me. I feel like the reason why I don't have the things that I have is just because of me and who I am as a person, or maybe because I'm just damaged. Like, it's just so many things that I've had to try to unpack, and it's been hard. It's been tough, and it's been kind of lonely. I've talked to a few people here and there about some things that I'm going through, but for the most part, I've kind of just been dealing with everything on my own, because I don't want to burden anybody with my emotions. I don't want to constantly, trauma dump on people. Like, I don't want people to feel like I only go to them to talk about my issues. Like, so I've been pulling back a lot on venting and confiding in people, because I just don't want to bother people with a lot of the stuff that I'm going through. So I've just kind of been dealing with it behind closed doors and just trying to get through it. And yeah, so long story short, I have not had the capacity to get on camera, to film, to edit, and to give what I normally am able to give for this channel. But I don't want that to continue, because YouTube is literally one of my biggest accomplishments at this point, and it's something that I want to continue to pour into. I just need to figure out a way to really get myself back into the swing of things. I don't know if that means more of me doing other types of content. Like, I know that I put that poll out about whether or not you guys would be open to me doing just TikTok compilations where I'm not in the video at all. Like, it's literally just a TikTok compilation of a trending topic. A few of you guys said that y'all would be cool with that. Y'all can let me know in the comments as well if you didn't catch that poll. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in seeing. Just a TikTok compilation of a trending topic, so we can all just discuss the topic in the comments. I also consider doing shorter videos, because the other thing too, a lot of my videos, as you can see, are very long, and long videos take long to edit. And sometimes just knowing that I have to sit there and edit a 50-minute video, sometimes it takes me even longer to even want to edit. And so maybe just producing shorter videos. When I say shorter videos, I'm talking about maybe like 10-15-minute videos, right? They're a little bit more easier for me to get through and easier for me to edit, so then that way I can produce more videos at a more faster rate. Because again, if I'm putting out videos that are an hour long, you're getting one of those max. But if I can pump out some 10-minute, 15-minute videos, that'll allow for me to get more videos out at once. And so if that's something that you guys are interested in, like if you wouldn't mind a shorter video from me about certain topics, let me know in the comments as well. But yeah, I started to feel really bad about me not posting on here, especially because I was doing so well. I was really consistent, and I was getting all these new people, and I'm like, I hate that I have all these new people coming to my channel, and then I have no new content for them to see from me. But just because I've had so much going on in my life, that it's just been really hard for me to show up on camera. And so yeah, again, just let me know if you guys are open to the more TikTok compilation videos, if you guys are interested in shorter videos from me, so videos that are like 10-15 minutes long. Let me know if you guys are open to that. But if not, again, I'm just going to try my best to get back to normal normal filming schedule. Basically, I'm really gonna do my best. There are some things in the works, you know, to where I'm trying to kind of like get my life back, so to speak. So yeah, that's just kind of been what's been going on. I guess this was kind of like a life update type of video as to why I just haven't really been on camera. Like I said, it's just been a lot time wise, and just with my mental health, I just have not been in the space to film videos or do much of anything. I haven't really been posting on any of my social medias. Like, I even have TikToks that I filmed that I haven't posted on TikTok yet. Like, I just have so many things. I have like a whole social media page from my clothing line that I haven't been posting on either. Like, there's just so many things that have just been put on the back burner because I've just been burnt out and tired and exhausted, mentally exhausted, and I feel like I have like nothing to give. And even when I do have something to give, I normally try to reserve it for myself instead of my projects and things that I have going on and other things that make me happy. And so again, my apologies for not being consistent with the content. You know, I'm gonna try to do better, but I did feel like you guys deserved an explanation as to why I haven't really been on here. Also, didn't want anyone to think that I was quitting or that I was about to pull a Corey Kenshin and be gone for 9 months, when, you know, and people not know where I was or if I was coming back. I felt like I had to come on camera and say something, and because I didn't have the energy to talk about a trending topic or celebrities, let me just get on camera and talk about what's been going on with me, and, you know, maybe that'll be the introduction to me starting to be consistent again. So yeah, that is all for this video. If you guys watched the entire video, I really appreciate it. Again, apologies if this video was all over the place and if I was just rambling a lot. That's kind of how these type of videos go, when I kind of just come on camera and vent about what I'm going through. It's just very much me ranting and me just kind of spitballing about what's been going on in my head. But yeah, I really appreciate anyone that sat and watched the entirety of the video. I appreciate everyone that has been supporting me in the channel, and I appreciate everyone that's also been patiently waiting for me to drop new content. I'm going to do my best to get that content out for you guys very soon. And yeah, that is all for this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 24K, and so please help me reach 24K by hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.